pace with control of this race. Here comes a run from Davey Hazard. He blocks the 10. Not going to be enough. Ryan Pace is going to win at Talladega.
Curry trying to hold off Wilson. He's done a good job so far. Wilson, one last desperate attempt to the bottom. He won't get there. Nick Curry wins at Bristol.
Coming out turn number 2, coming down the back straightaway here. Looks like he's in a class of his own right now.
Merzlak, one final time, get around the 55, big time send.
He hits the wall, he hits it, he gets the lead, but can he hang on to it? Oh my goodness, he made it to the line!
Big push down the backstretch is going to give him a good run through the corners.
A little bit
follow from the 1.
A little bit of contact there for second, but coming to the line, Toby Roberson's going to take home the checkered flag and victory here from the new Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Before I wrap things up here in this segment, your thoughts on the type of race we're going to see tonight? And I would have to agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to tonight's feature presentation of the Autrey Waits Memorial 416 on 416. Folks, hello and welcome. We're so glad you joined us here tonight on JTN. My name is Joe Townetwork. Joining me up here in the booth this evening is the one and only Mr. Dewey Schramm III. Dewey, welcome back to the JTN booth.
Glad to be back up here for tonight. Special race, of course, on tap here for tonight in memory of Autrey Waits, and a great field of guys to put on a great show here for the crowd here at Texas.
It no doubt should be a great night of racing action here on JTN. We can't thank you enough for tuning in as always. Make sure if you haven't already, drop a like on the video and subscribe. Again, doing so helps support us so much here on JTN. Over 40 entries once again tonight, so we will have some knockout qualifying here this evening, Dewey. That's going to make things challenging for all of these drivers because Texas, as we saw in the NASCAR Cup Series race over the weekend, is a very, very difficult racetrack.
Yes, it is. Obviously, a bit of a different layout than what we had in the real-life Cup race, but even the old version of Texas presented its own set of challenges, and obviously with knockout qualifying and not everybody showing up being guaranteed into the field, got to put your best 2 laps down if you want to be one of those 40 drivers running in the main show tonight, and that's been a common trend we've seen so far this year. Of course, we had almost double the same amount of DNQs as we did starters at Daytona, and have had DNQs every week since then. So it's been a challenge, especially for those guys running in points that have missed a couple early races. So definitely want to get back on track here tonight if you're one of those guys. But
definitely
just as challenging, of course, to get in tonight as it has been up to this point.
For sure. And folks, you're going to see practice underway right now, so you'll kind of see those practice numbers across the top of your screens. But we saw a wild race last week at Richmond. We were told there will be no caution cooldown tonight since it's a 1.5-mile racetrack. That rule only applicable to the short tracks. So we'll see how things go here this evening. Yeah. No, but kind of waiting.
Those caution cooldowns definitely were a bit chaotic last week. Kind of had to figure out what was going on as it was going on. But once we did, it made sense, but it still made for a very chaotic race that, of course, if you're good at avoiding wrecks, you probably shined very brightly last week. But not something these guys will have to worry about here tonight. Just your good old classic 1.5-mile race with regular good old cautions.
Yeah, let's go ahead and, I don't know if he's out on racetrack right now. Let's see if he is. Oh, he is, so Todd Wilson getting out on track. We'll get to talk with Todd. This, of course, is a very special event to him. We'll have him speak more about that and his connection with Autrey and whatnot here in a little bit. But no, he's going to get some laps in here. We'll talk to him during knockout qualifying here tonight. He's got that 11 car painted up nice, of course, in the throwback colors that Autrey made so famous on the racetrack. So, again, we'll get to talk with Todd here in a few moments once we click on over to knockout qualifying here tonight. Because, again, we will have DNQs this evening from Texas. Folks, as always, we encourage you, if you haven't already, to drop a like on the video and subscribe. Again, doing so helps support us so much here on JTN. Make sure if you haven't already, too. You can go follow all of our social media at JoeTowNetwork, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. We're on all of those platforms. Again, as always, can't thank you enough for however you are able to support us here on JTN, whether it's clicking the subscribe button here, following us on one of our social media channels, or our other social media channels, or even if it's just stopping in and saying hello this evening. See Dalton in chat, Kathy, Xavier Brown in chat, Jason Dady, welcome everyone. Hope you're having a fantastic evening. Let's go ahead and click on over, since we're moving into qualifying, and talk with the man that'll be piloting the number 11 here tonight, but he's got more special things to talk about than that. Todd Wilson. Todd, you got a copy?
I do.
Well, hello and welcome, first off.
Thank you for having me up here in the booth.
I'm very excited. Todd, you're one of the best guys to talk
cozy
to.
Up here,
right? You're one of the guys that I really enjoy talking to, and that's not fluff or whatever the, I think some people might call it brown nosing or whatnot, but it's not fluff because you always give us really great insights. But tonight, more so than ever, we need your insights because this race is a big one. It's a special one, and you more than anyone else out there on the track tonight knows what this event means. So I'm just going to give you the microphone, and I know you got a little speech prepared there on your cue cards, so floor is yours, buddy.
Well, thank you again for having me up here. I am honored to be able to deliver some opening remarks here before tonight's race. Today is April 16th, 2024, put alternatively 416. And that is precisely the reason that we are here tonight. To pay honor and tribute to the man, the myth, and the legend, Autrey Waits, who piloted car number 416 to a lot of wins, many laps led down through the years, and to many championships. His man cave was a testament to all of the race wins and the championships that he had. He was a force to be reckoned with out on the track. And so tonight, that's where we have come up with the hashtag 416 on 416. On behalf of his family, I would like to thank everyone who has shown up to race tonight, and to those who will be watching here on JTN. And tonight we honor a man whose presence graced so many lives with what I like to say, a unique blend of conscientiousness, caring spirit, and directness. While he was not one to sugarcoat the truth, behind his straightforward exterior really lay a heart of gold and a true, genuine concern for, those he cared about so much. And, I think it's safe to say that anybody who knew Autrey was a better person for having experienced his unwavering kindness and his genuine warmth and boundless generosity. And I think that's true both in the world of NR 2003, or whether you may have known him personally or even both. And so, in conclusion, as we go racing tonight at one of his favorite tracks, I might add, I hope everybody enjoys the race while remembering Autrey and the passion that he brought to every moment on the track. And may we honor his memory tonight by giving it our all, by pushing boundaries, but not too far, and cherishing the camaraderie that defined his love for racing. And, though he may no longer be with us in person, his spirit lives on in the roar of our engines and the thrill of the competition. So here's to Autrey, and may his legacy continue to inspire us both on and off the track.
Well, Todd, again, thank you for taking some time before this race to come talk with us. Man, we know how special this event is. We know how special it's going to be here tonight. It's always a pleasure and an honor for us to get to call this race and many others like it. But, man, so excited. I'm looking forward to tonight. Looking forward to seeing you in that 11 car painted so familiar. And good luck here this evening. Hope we're talking with you at the end of the night, man.
Hey, I hope so. I hope to be in victory lane tonight with the 416 that's on the hood. So thank you so much.
Heck yeah. Todd Wilson, he's driving the 11, but he's got 416 in his heart.
Yeah.
He'll be starting this race here tonight. Thanks, Todd.
Thank you.
And Dewey, that's knockout qualifying. Looks like it has gone to its conclusion.
Definitely seems that way, and yeah, great speech there, of course, by Todd, and great cause on the hood for him. Hopefully, he can honor him well and have a great race tonight out in that number 11 machine.
Knowing Todd Wilson, he'll do that for sure.
For sure.
For sure.
Of course, Todd's always one of the fastest guys week in and week out. Has won here in the series before, so whether
He's champion of this series.
Exactly, and give him a little bit more motivation, and even greater things can happen. So I will not be surprised at all if we see that number 11 out front and leading a lot of laps here in tonight's race. And again, to honor a great man at a great event, great way to do it. So I think we're in the for real qualifying now for practice.
Yeah, now we're in. So we got one DNQ tonight. We'll say who that is here once we get going. But again, folks, we can't thank you enough for tuning in here tonight. Hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday.
What's up, brothers?
Are we gonna do that every week now?
We should.
Tuesday.
Special teams, special plays, special players.
Oh yeah. But yeah, folks, make sure if you haven't already, drop that like, comment, subscribe. 27 people currently watching, only 9 likes. What's up with that? Click the like button. Come on.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Sound like Randy Moss up in here. Dalton says why. What do you mean, Dalton? Why what?
Yeah, why what?
Yeah, why click the like button? Because you like us? I don't know.
I like us.
Me too.
In fact, I so much as love us, but there's no
Dude,
love button, so.
Dude, I like you.
Thanks, Joe. I like you too. I like you because you pay me too.
Well,
but it's all good. We do need a love button on YouTube though.
we do. I mean, you can like heart react in the chat. So if you want to show us some love, you can click that little heart button. There we go. I see some people clicking it. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Feeling the love. Can you feel the love tonight? Oh, big crash. Oh,
Hope we don't have too many of those tonight,
no kidding.
especially after last week.
No kidding. Oh, you see Todd Wilson in that 11 car? Oh, Mark Snyder. Woohoo!
I'm glad I got the cars to show up properly. I didn't have Todd's a couple minutes ago. but-
Oh, now he's around backwards. He's looking like Ross Chastain back there. Around.
Yeah, I'm sure Ross wasn't too thrilled about how that went. But, yeah, good looking 11 for sure, though.
I mean, we can replay my rant from a couple weeks ago at Vegas where I was talking about you have to be responsible for the car in front of you. Just play that for William Byron, you know?
That makes me laugh because, like, it feels like there's a whole different set of circumstances with that when it comes to being on a racetrack. But, like, if you're just out on the highway and you rear-end somebody,
It's your fault.
That is your fault. Like, that's almost universally your fault in almost any state you're in. So to me, it's funny how, when it happens on a racetrack, you get like a whole argument about it sometimes, where it's like, oh well, this, and this happened, but this was happening over here at the same time that this was. It's like, if you run into the guy in front of you, it's probably on you. On you to not hit them. Weird that, you know, if you do it at 170 instead of 70, it changes, but, I don't know. I don't know.
Jimmy, what do you know?
I know I'm happy, and I know this is going to be a good race. I know that.
Jessica Shelton's doing a little pirouette there off turn 4. Little whoop. Oh.
Oh my god!
Oh my. Oh my.
Oh!
I don't
We're
like
getting
those
our
noises.
licks in early.
I don't really
Get it all out of your system before we start. Dear God!
got like tornadoes going down the back.
Don't look at the backstretch!
I know.
Oh!
It's just calamity.
Oh, wait.
Calamity.
Calamity is right.
Oh, enter 2003 load screen jump scare. Ah. I don't know why practice keeps getting reset. It was a Ryan Blaney 12, but I believe that's Jose Reyes Jr. in 12 car.
I think he ran that same scheme last week at Richmond.
Did he make the race?
He did. The 12 did.
See, we've had so many DNQs this year. I just, you know, all the races
Hard
run
to keep
together.
track.
Yeah.
And of course, we had what, like 77 guys at Daytona.
Yeah. It was a lot.
I mean, given the rest of the races so far, though, it made sense. Obviously, if there's a race where you could win $100, why not try to win it, right?
Well. I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Like that one?
Yeah. Or yeah.
There we go. Ouch.
We got bowling at the end of pit road right now. We got people trying for strikes and stuff.
Do you like bowling?
I'm not very good at it, but it is fun.
Okay.
Oh, Danny Carroll. Oh. He did that at Daytona too. Oh no. Except that one was for real. I think you might have a couple people racing for the first time this year. I don't know if Dylan Young in the 42 has made a race yet. But he's out there tonight in that Hooters machine.
Hooters?
Looks like a new look for RJ Bishop this week, too. And that's 77.
Hooters?
Yeah.
Hooters. Do you like Hooters?
I've never actually been to Hooters before.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't either, but, you know. Not really answering my question. So you got all these drivers trying to get some laps in here in practice between some of the calamity that we're seeing. Get a good feel for what the setup is like here tonight. There's your race preview. 173 laps here this evening. Was that all I needed to do to get us to go to qualifying?
I guess.
Man. Apologies, folks.
It's as shrimple as that.
Shrimple, he says. Wow. Okay. But there you see your race previews. The drivers going out there for qualifying. You'll see the scroller at the top of your screens kind of get updated here. Yeah. Nick Gunther in chat says, going to be an attrition battle and not a whole lot of passing for the lead. So, already seeing some drivers complaining about the passability of the racetrack. So, it'll be something to watch here tonight. You want to start up front tonight, right? Big field. Probably want to start up front.
Definitely. Dylan Baum in the 95 trying to do just that. I believe he was our Phoenix winner, and I believe he was the pole sitter for that race as well, if I remember right.
Been pretty good at
Trying to go
qualifying
2
this
poles
year.
in 5 races, I think.
Sounds right.
Got our second lap, so starting to trickle in. Nick Gunther in the 55, last week's winner, pops on the board for right now, but still got a minute left for more of these drivers to get that second, presumably faster lap down on the chart. Got some very, very close lap times as well. We've got 2 different instances of drivers setting identical times, and another where they're 1,000th off of each other. So precision seems to be everything so far here in qualifying for this race. In fact, Shane Sides and Seth Cole there in 3rd and 4th just set identical times, and the 95 is 1,000th behind them in 5th.
Oh, man.
We've got 4 drivers separated by 3 1,000ths of a second from 2nd to 5th. So that's all it takes.
That's all
to
it takes.
separate you from the front row to the 3rd row. And looks like it's going to be Nick Gunther taking the pole for tonight. They're in that 55, trying to go back-to-back again after winning a very chaotic race last week at Richmond. And looking further down the speed chart as well, Nick Gunther obviously on the pole. Phil Parker, who qualified his number 25 in 35th, was only half a second off that 55.
Oh, wow.
We've got 35 people separated by half a second, so it is a very, very competitive field here for tonight's race, which should mean it should translate well on track during green flag racing as well.
Well, Dewey, why don't you take us through tonight's starting lineup?
Yeah, why don't we do that? Nick Gunther, just mentioned him. He is your pole sitter here for tonight. Michael Norman finished 2nd at Daytona. He'll start 2nd here tonight. Shane Sides and Seth Cole make up row 2 with identical lap times. Phoenix winner Dylan Baum in the 95, 1,000th of a second slower than those in row 2. And Randy Waugh in the 21 qualifies in 6th. Glad to see him making a race here for tonight. Todd Wilson and RJ Bishop make up row 4 with Nate Balzer and Jessica Shelton rounding out the top 10 starting order. Zachary Hall and Denny Carroll make up row 6, those two with identical lap times as well. With Nico Servideo and Perry Bowen back in row 7, they had identical lap times as well. Dylan Young starts in 15th, Matt McIntyre in 16th there in the 738. Row number 9 will be Joshua Mercurio and last year's champ Keith Hughes in the 82. Row number 10 will be Santiago Gutierrez and Javier Negron in the 40. Row 11, Thomas Troxel in the 06 with Mike Carroll in the 35. Zach Armstrong and Robin Hudson make up row number 12 with Josie Landy Pavlin and Kez Hiller back in row 13. Row number 14, Garland Oaks and Michael Earl in the 47 with the 97 of James Johnston and the Buddy Campos rounding out our top 30. Quinton Moore starts in 31st. He's back after missing last week at Richmond. To his outside, Jesse Ames in the 62. Trey Kinsey and Chase Severs back there in row 17 with Phil Parker and Jose Reyes Jr. in row 18. And rounding out the grid here for tonight, Benjamin Snyder and Sean Dodson back in row 19. And finally, what's this? Dylan Livingood in the 23, Alexander Brown and Josh 2 in the 85. So do we have 41 starters tonight?
No, Dylan Livingood not starting here tonight, off-track admin.
Okay, so yeah, 40 car field, so Josh 2 in the 85. Shotgun on the field here for tonight. We've already had one person this year start 40th and win, so you never say never with that. Had Christian Torres start dead last at Las Vegas and take the win away in an upset at the end. So don't count out that 85 or anybody else here in this field here for tonight. Got 40 of them strong for an amount of laps that I don't know off the top of my head, but it should be a good one regardless.
See HUD there in the 4 tonight and Todd Wilson in the 11. Both, again, two of Autrey's close companions with our friends over at ASR, both driving here tonight. HUD taking over the 4 that would normally be piloted by Tom Musa. And then, of course, Todd Wilson in his number 11, but, of course, with the special livery. DNQs here this evening did not qualify are the 39 of Tim Goulet Jr., the 27 of Mark Snyder, and the 0 of Alex Ortiz.
Shocked to see that Mark missed the race. I know he had been locked in on owner points to start the year, but I think if those owner points have flipped over to the current season, a couple of poor finishes won't leave you with that guaranteed spot anymore, so 27 will have to try it again next week, and I believe the 39's already missed a couple of times as well, so not the start to the year he's been looking for either. There's still a lot of time left to try to turn your season around, but not the start, of course, they wanted regardless.
Right.
You get these guys down for happy hour. Got about 10 minutes to, I guess, figure out how your car is going to drive for most of the race. Of course, with a fixed setup, only so much you can do in terms of adjustments. And we're going to kick it forward instead, so, why say anything?
Why wait?
Yeah.
Dubert.
Let's sit here and wait for the command.
Wait for engines to get fired here from Texas.
Drivers, start your engines!
Alright, so field rolls off behind our specially decaled up pace car here tonight. Nick Gunther, last week's winner, leading us to green in the number 55. Michael Norman to the outside in the 08. Shane Sides there starts position number 3 with Seth Goldus outside, and then Dylan Baum rounds out your top 5 here tonight. Randy Waugh, Todd Wilson, RJ Bishop there through row 4. Nate Balser and Jessica Shelton rounding out your top 10 here this evening. And the game crashed, Dewey. So
oh no!
Hopefully we get back in time. We're gonna do our best.
We got 2 guys starting in the top 10 that have already won this year. So Dylan Baum and Nick Gunther both trying to get win number 2 here. Still early in the year. Still a lot of time for guys that have struggled to recover. Still a lot of time for those towards the front to keep themselves up at the front. Pace car is going to take its way down on the pit road. We don't need that thing anymore. Nick Gunther and Michael Norman lead us to the green, and we are underway here for the Autrey Waits Memorial here at Texas. And we've got a big pile up across the start-finish line already before we even get to turn 1. Sean Dodson, the 12, is involved. And I think the server just got reset.
Yeah, we're resetting because the broadcaster fell out. So apologies to the drivers out there.
Yeah, so you won't see what that wreck was. It was like 6 people wrecked before they even crossed the finish line. But they get a do-over. So no damage to them anymore. One of the rare mulligans. And a mulligan for us up in the booth, too. Hopefully Joe doesn't crash again.
Well, listen, we always talk we don't like restarts, but, when we didn't see the first start, it's okay. Do as I say, not as I do, Waiting for Dewey to grid and get out of his car, apparently.
Unbelievable.
Was it actually?
I think it was. Look at me holding up everybody.
We suck. Sorry, drivers.
My bad.
But folks at home, you get this comedy act for probably another 2 hours, so just, hey. Hey.
It comes free with your JTN watching subscription.
Which is also free.
Yeah. Yeah, it costs nothing. There's no reason not to take advantage of it. Alright, so this will be attempt 2 at getting this thing going, with cameras this time.
Yes, cameras this time.
Nick Gunther, Michael Norman leading us to the green. Those two were 1-2 on the final lap at Daytona. Didn't end so well for one of them.
Well,
1-2 now on the first lap tonight.
Here we go. Let's try again. Nick Gunther with control, 173 laps here from the Texas Motor Speedway, and we are underway racing from TMS.
Had a big stack up there on the outside. Somebody didn't quite get it going. Not quite sure who. No wreck in the trial this time, though, as you make our way here into turn 1 for the first time.
Oh, but there's a crash
we got
in
wrecking in turn 2, though. Quentin Moore in the 89, the 97, that's James Johnston. Got a couple others, I think, involved as well. The 67 of Garland Oaks. Caution number 1. On lap number 1. And we'll show you what happened.
97 gets into the 67. Kind of sets things off here. You see an 89 going around.
Yeah, James Johnson got a bit hot there in the corner and sent him spinning.
Yeah, getting into Garland.
Yeah, 3 wide going into turn 1 is,
not good. Probably
maybe
not
ill-advised.
Yeah, Yeah, they were doing that behind them, weren't they?
They were.
So we had like 2 chances for a wreck, and we managed to wreck in both of them, apparently. You know.
100% on the night.
100% on the night. That's right.
We're batting 1,000.
Hey, that's good enough for the Hall of Fame, man.
It is.
So first caution of the night here. We'll keep track of those for you folks at home. You know, there's some scoreboard watchers out there.
Looks like some pretty significant rear end damage for both the 67 and the 97 with those hits to the outside wall. Hopefully for them that's repairable, but of course repairs are never 100%, so those cars probably now will not handle as they were in qualifying and happy hour. And Garland had a pretty rough race last week at Richmond. Of course, he sponsored that race last week, but it on track, it did not go very well for him at all. And unfortunately, that's continuing here
Did you just
tonight.
whistle?
No.
Did you just wheeze?
No.
Are you Weezer? Beverly Hills. That's where I want to be.
Shout out Matthew Steelman, friend of the program, a longtime Weezer listener.
You know,
If you want to hear him talk about cool racing stuff, you can check out the Fake Racers podcast over on Track and Turf.
if I had a nickel for friends that I knew that unironically liked Weezer, I'd have 2 nickels. You know?
Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice.
Yeah. My first trip down to Indy for a NASCAR race in 2021, we had to take 2 cars because said friend had to drive back for band because we were still all in university, and we listened to Weezer and the Beatles all the way down to Indianapolis from Detroit. So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was kind of cool actually. It wasn't bad.
Daytona winner Matt Moss in the chat. Weezer changing this to a downvote.
Well, good thing there's not downvotes on YouTube.
Or he's gonna hit the dislike button.
No, don't
because
give
he
him
brought up
ideas.
Weezer.
Don't give him ideas. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no.
Hitting the dislike button is not allowed. We are immune to criticism.
I didn't even put the caution graphic up. We were green the entire time, apparently.
Okay.
Wow.
Maybe we're not immune to it then.
We are not immune to anything, apparently. Alright.
We're not immune to staying under caution either, as the pace lights have turned off.
Well, dude, I wouldn't say that.
For now. For now.
For now. Nick
Nick
Gunther.
Gunther and Michael Norman lead us to the green again, though.
Let's try again. Free flag.
Up and away they go again here on lap number 5.
Someone was struggling in the back.
Buddy Campos is around in the travelable grass. I don't think we're still green.
No.
Oh, and we got a lot more around than that now.
There's the crash.
Garland Oaks again. Sean Dotson, the 25. RJ Bishop. Josh 2.
Hey,
The 62. And that's another caution.
want to give a shout out because he's involved in this incident, but Jesse Ames is the first driver in the Maverick Cup Series from Barbados.
Huh.
So that's Jesse. Unfortunate that he's involved in this incident, but hey, we got to shout him out here.
I've only heard of like 2 people from Barbados.
Well, now you've heard of 3.
Like, it's like Rihanna and that's it, right?
Who?
There's this Rihanna, one of the 2.
Did you just say Rihanna?
Did I? I don't know. And there's your big wreck though going into 1. Regardless of what I said, that's what happened.
Steven, I don't think we got a caution cooldown tonight.
Yeah,
I think we were
no
told that it's only for
cooldowns.
short tracks. I mean, we'll see, right?
Yeah, the initial contact though between the 62 and the 77, big hit there by the 85 onto the 77 as well, Josh 2.
And they were kind of slowing down. They were catching up on Benjamin Snyder. They were going into turn 1.
Yeah, a lot of stack ups here on these restarts.
James Johnston is the first Australian Maverick Cup Series driver. 2. I don't think we mentioned that.
Well, shouldn't his car be upside down then? That was a big sigh, Joe. I don't like those sighs. It's a bad thing.
Caution number 2 on the night. Nick Gunther still leading.
Got a lot of early pit stops, of course. Pretty much everybody in that wreck, and a couple others down on a pit road.
Oh man. Life is short. Eat better pizza. Let's get Jets. Ulysses is Guatemalan. Not in this race here tonight. Yeah, Tate, that'd be great. Just make sure that the textures aren't so big that they crash everyone's game. Thank you. We're about to have monster JTN logos. Be great.
That sounds pretty cool. The game crashing, not so much.
Oh, the tickers. Tickers. Oh, man. You know, a silly guy up there. No publicity is bad publicity. I hate to inform you, but that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And it's not because you said it, Tate. Don't get my words twisted. But I hate that saying, no publicity is bad publicity. There is such thing as bad publicity. It's how businesses go out of business. The night is young. I can top it. Okay. Let's not go there.
No.
No. All right. All right, Nick Gunther with control here for the restart. Coming back to lap 9. Here we go. Michael Norman a little bit slow there on the restart. Allows Gunther to get free and clear, and Seth Cole challenging for second.
Dylan Young gets a little bit squirrely there in the middle of turn 1, but racing side by side still with McIntyre in the 738. Oh, we got a big... Oh, no, not big, but the 32 is around, though. I don't think we have a caution.
Oh,
we got somebody
crashing.
else. 35, Sean Dotson.
We're
Yellow's out.
Yeah.
62 is around again.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, we're wrecking again on the front stretch. 47 and then the 137. Just past the start-finish line.
We'll get a replay of that here in a second. Let's show you what happened. Kind of saw it.
Oh, and Ben just ran in. Oh, geez. We're piling in on the front stretch. Boy.
Let's show you the replay of the wreck real quick. There's Zachary Hall going around, and then there's kind of guys checking up that causes the second little incident.
Oh, that avoidance by Thomas Troxel in the 06, though.
Oh, very good. That
was super close.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
Not really sure how the 62 spun, though. That was way behind this.
Dotson, yeah.
And 97 locked him up, trying to slow down, and got right in the back at Sean Dotson. A lot of damage to the back.
With the 62. Oh, looks like contact with the 89. 89 got on the apron.
Quentin Moore.
That causes that one. And then you said there was a big crash on the front stretch.
Yeah, coming back to the caution flag, I think the 47 got into the back of the 137.
Uh-huh.
And when they all stacked up, and I think Ben ran into one of them or something, but there were people not facing the right direction.
Hmm.
Yeah, it just didn't check up fast enough for the
That's not a
yellow.
big hit from the 22.
And then the 82 got in the back of the 97 as well in that exchange. The 3 distinct dealios there, but only 1 caution, of course.
All right, so working our 3rd caution of the night. He almost looks synchronized. Yeah, a little bit, Kathy.
Got some synchronized pit stops.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Couple
do.
guys towards the back. Garland Oaks, Kez Hiller, Josh 2, Robin Hudson. Spiffy looking 4-car too.
Oh yeah.
That Robin's got tonight.
Using Autrey's number font on the side too. Very sick.
Buddy Campos, Jesse Ames, both out of the race, and Michael Earl has been ejected again. He was ejected last week at Richmond, and it looks like the 97 has also been ejected, James Johnston. So we've got 2 ejections, not even 11 laps through the race. Guess, they're not messing around tonight. I think Michael Earl has raced here twice and has been ejected twice. He's batting 1,000 still.
Nick Gunther with control. Green flag. Norman with the better restart this time on the outside. They draw even, heading down into turn 1.
Yeah, question is, will we be under green long enough for him to try to make a pass? Got the good jump, but got a lot of guys jostling for position here through the field right now. Especially here up at the front. Seth Cole, Shane side by side for 3rd, right behind our leaders.
They're side by side for 5th as well, back there with Todd Wilson in the 11 and the 95 of Bomb.
I think the 079 just about got the wall there in the dog leg. Nate Balzer there racing with Todd Wilson, Randy Waugh, and Mercurio side by side right behind these two. Saw Randy down at the Bomb Squad race a couple days ago at Daytona as well. Had a great run going until very late in the race, so trying to have a better run here tonight. Trying to look underneath Seth Cole here, perhaps out of turn 4.
Maybe get a push from the 21 of Waugh as well.
These guys are all over each other.
Oh yeah, you love to see it.
You do.
Good clean racing.
Yeah, when these guys can stay clean, they've put some really solid racing on. Got a group of about 9 of them all still compact together here down the backstretch.
Ooh.
079 got a bit high there out of 4. Mercurio shuts the door on Jessica Shelton there across the line.
That was a little close, right?
Just a little bit. He said, "Do not pass, go, do not collect $200. That 86, though, he's had speed all year in almost every race. Something completely out of his control has taken him out of contention. But he's on another fast car tonight. Showing it already tonight as well. Gonna bump draft Randy Waugh a bit here down the backstretch. Caution is out, however, and the 103 of Zach Armstrong is around going into 3, and he's got a lot of damage to their left side.
4th caution of the night out here on lap 18. Saw some good green flag racing there. Let's catch you up on what happened.
I think there was some contact with Dylan Young and RJ Bishop here out of turn 2.
Kind of got put in a sandwich, it looks like, did the 103.
That looks like a very similar deal to what we saw on Sunday between William Byron and Ross Chastain. Car in the back was just a lot faster out of the corner and just got into the back of the guy in front of him. Difference is, 103 has a lot of damage. And I think that might be multiple pit stops to repair. But a pretty solid green run, though. There's some really solid racing there. So hopefully these guys can get some green runs and we can see more of that throughout the night.
So, working this fourth caution of the night, it's a good time to remind you folks at home we got more great racing action coming up here on JTN Thursday night. Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series action returns to our airwaves from the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Then we have the NNSCRA All-Star Spectacular from Talladega, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday. And then Tuesday night next week, it's an off week for Maverick, but we'll still be live here on JTN with our friends over at Hobo Racing. They head to the Talladega Super Speedway, 8:50 p.m. Eastern Time start for that one. All of those races, much more, going to be live right here only on JTN. And presented by
SchemeHaven.com.
Reports 47 is not happy or understanding.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too thrilled if I was ejected either. I don't know if it was just. I mean, I'm not one to sit here and argue if it's a justified ejection or not. I didn't really see most of what happened, but either way, you know, if I'm getting ejected 2 weeks in a row, I wouldn't be too thrilled, regardless of whether I thought I should have just gotten it or not.
Right. You're never thrilled.
Steven in chat, opinions on ham.
I
I
don't like ham
like a
sandwiches.
good deli ham.
Oh, I'm the complete
What?
opposite.
But I'm not really a big fan of like just baked, like
Wow.
spiral ham. Not really feeling that.
We are opposites, because I am the opposite. I don't like deli ham. Good baked ham. Dude, I think you're wrong. I think I'm right. Jelly and ham? No. No. Mm-mm.
Jelly and ham. I don't know.
Yeah, Matt agrees with me.
Jelly ham poo poo.
Get ready to go back, green flag race. Come to lap 22. Green flag. They're 4 wide at the back. We're going to ignore
Yeah,
it.
somebody didn't get the. Oh, we are wrecking huge in the trial, but we got people all over the place. We got like 15 cars up in this.
Well,
Oh man, the 4, the 89, the 68, the 35, the 41, the 12, and there's more. I think the 32.
caution
I don't
number,
even think the pace car came to a complete stop before coming back out.
caution number 5 on the night.
I think the 42 was in it as well. Dylan Young. That was huge.
Ben Snyder also got spun around by the 60 coming when they were pacing, coming back to green. Okay, how did this thing start? Let's see if we can find it.
That's a good question.
Is it?
Thing that happens too with a lot of these big restart wrecks is, like, obviously it's much harder to slow down when you're still trying to speed up.
Yeah.
And looks like definitely a stack up there, and just the track got blocked and everybody ran out of room. There's the 103 at the end as well. Yeah, 3 borderline 4-lane racetrack. It gets blocked, and at that point you're still trying to speed up, and there's just nowhere for anybody to go. I'm gonna guess the 738 missed a shift.
Probably a good guess.
And you see Jessica Shelton also with some damage. There's the 60 in the 82. Yeah, I've seen a lot of trouble with the restarts tonight, and definitely this is the biggest of them, without a doubt. The 89 with a big hit there to the 4. You see the 25 down there as well. Denny Carroll in the 41.
Oh, who do we want to go on board? Let's go on board with the 89 of Quentin Moore.
Yeah, he almost had it missed.
Almost.
And then had the 25 right in front of him. Steven, sliced cranberry sauce from the can is far superior.
5 cautions, Allison, in chat.
And still a ways to go. One of the longer races
Yes.
of the year.
What's a marathon? 416 kilometers, 416 on 416, hashtag it.
Yeah, this one has the makings of more of an endurance race like you typically see with the Coke 600, but obviously a new wrench thrown into this where part of endurance is also avoidance.
Mm-hmm.
So, still, I mean, again, a long way to go still, but I think just missing all these wrecks is going to be key for anybody that wants to take home this win tonight. Pace lights are off, though, so we get another crack at this thing.
Mm-hmm.
This time by. Michael Norman, however, is the leader this time for the restart. Nick Gunther to his outside. So last week's winner and the Phoenix winner starting second and third here. Nobody else in this top 10 has won yet this year. Of course, good opportunity for some of those guys to change that.
Here we go. Come back to the restart zone. Coming lap 26 of 173. Green flag.
Watching towards the back to see if we have another big stack up. Benjamin Snyder just got in this. Oh, yeah, we do. Randy Waugh's in it. The 32 is in it. The 85 just got hit. 137 is in it. And no caution for this one.
There it is.
Never mind, there it is. So
Yes.
another, basically a repeat of what we just saw here again. I
Yes,
think the 81 also was collected.
Yeah, it looks like Ben spun the tires a little bit there. 81 sideswipes him.
Yeah, the 81 tried to save it, but ended up spinning down to the bottom. And there's the contact with Randy Waugh. There's the 89. I think Quentin Mortis took a huge hit to the inside wall there out of frame. So, back-to-back big pileups there off the restart. Gonna be a long, long night for some of these guys that get a lot of damage in these.
Well, moderate damage here too, so that's another kind of limiting factor on the amount of carnage and cars dropping out of the race.
Even with moderate damage, like, oh man, like that hit by Quentin Moore, I'd be concerned for engine damage after that one.
I'm just concerned for damage. But, yeah.
Nobody else is retired from the race, though, despite all that.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting at.
Still the 2 from the first one and the 2 ejections up to this point. So still 36 left on track. I mean, about 12 of those are pretty battered already, but they're out there. See a lot of those guys now on pit road getting that damage fixed up.
So Michael Norman going to lead us back to green here in the 08.
Yeah, that's the thing. Of course, you've had 5 or 6 yellows already, but they have been pretty quick. Bit of a silver lining, perhaps. Got a couple coming off of pit road here, catching up to the back.
Green flag.
Got a little bit of contact towards the back. The 238 got into the 68 before we even crossed the line. They're all still pointed the right way, but I don't think the 68 was expecting that. Michael Norman still leads there in the 08. Battle for third. Shane Sides up on the high side. Dylan Baum in the 95 down on the bottom. There's a little fight going on between those two. Looks like the 95 is going to fall into the grasp now of Todd Wilson in the middle of turns 3 and 4. Almost some contact there out of 2 between the 40 and the 42. Javier Negron and Dylan Young going at it. Really solid battle now out of 2. He might go 3 wide here in a second. I think Keith Hughes thought about it in the 82, but thought better of it for the time being. The Hornet's Nest here in the mid-pack.
A hornet's nest.
A Hornet's Nest. Mike Carroll got in the grass a bit there in the trial. Will still pointed the right way, but that's going to cost 35 some time. Oh, got one hard in the wall out of 2. That's Seth Cole.
Oh, man.
They're scrambling to miss him now.
Ah!
We're really bottled up here to 3. We're 3 wide in the middle of the corner.
Ah!
Tough break there for Seth, who's still going the right way, but where it's hitting the wall, never really a good thing, unless you're Ross Chastain at Martinsville.
Oh, Phil Parker.
25. Phil
Parker.
Parker trying to keep it up there. Oh, boy. Still good. Back up at the front, though. Nick Gunther trying to use every lane possible to get back by the 08. Still hasn't quite done it yet. Trying to make a move down to the low side here into 1, and I think he might have a chance at it.
He's got a hungry Shane Sides right behind him,
Oh, he got
too.
a huge wreck on the front stretch. The 81, Randy Waugh, Benjamin Snyder, the 68. Caution's back out. Mike Carroll, Denny Carroll. Both of our Carrolls in it.
Caution number 7 on the night.
Trial seems to be the big trouble spot here tonight. Even though this one was under green.
Well, they've all been under green.
I think the initial contact here was between Santi Gutierrez and Garland Oaks.
Yep.
And they just piled in from there.
Big hit from Benjamin Snyder.
Yeah, nowhere for the 35, nowhere for the 22. Big hit there for Randy Waugh. Joseph Landy Pavlin there in the 68 as well. And a rough season for Ben continues. I'm not sure if he's finished a race yet this season. And a lot of damage to his car now as he tries to do that tonight. Got our leaders now on pit road for the first time tonight. Pretty much everybody coming on down here. For their first stops of the race. Oh, Ben. Man.
Yeah.
He flew in there. Big hit for Mike in the 81 as well.
Race off pit road, Dick Gunther wins it. Have some cars staying out here. They got some cars on old tires staying out here for this restart, Dewey.
Indeed.
Chase
Got
Severs.
Chase Severs and a 238.
Alexander Brown, who's had some strong starts on the short tracks this year. Quentin Moore and Zach Armstrong. Then it's Nick Gunther first off pit lane with new tires.
Yeah, the 89 and the 103 both have been caught up in a couple of incidents so far tonight. That 59, though, has shown quite a bit of speed, especially last week at Richmond. You know what that car is capable of, and got this 238 up here leading us back to the green. Haven't seen a whole lot of Chase Severs up to this point. So we'll see what these guys can do here up on the restart. And of course, if you're Nick or Shane Sides, it's going to be quite the maneuvering here to get back up to the front. And speaking of the front, where did Michael Norman go? I think he came back down pit road again because he's restarting all the way in the back. Here we go.
Green flag.
Oh, we're stacking up. Oh boy. The 14 of Nico Servideo is going to be the big winner out of this. He's flying up down the low side here, picking up about 4 spots already.
Careful not to have gotten a black flag there for the 14 because you can't pass to the inside.
That you cannot do. But if he did that cleanly, big winner there is the 14. God, they are racing so close together. It's like one
one bad move.
minor mistake. I feel like 20 of them are going to get wadded up again. They're racing so close. Those guys that stayed out. Oh, Shane just turned the 89. We're going to have a big wreck in a 2. Mercurio is flying up into the air. Zachary Hall involved. Thomas Troxel just plowed the 89. Oh, man. I was just about to say those guys that stayed out were doing a solid job of keeping themselves up there, and then Shane just got into the back of the 89, and man, what a hit that was for Quentin Moore.
Dude, you peaked there.
Yeah, I did a little bit.
That was awesome.
Went up about 7 octaves with that one. Man.
Get a replay.
That car lifted so far off the ground. And I think Shane just kind of ran him over mid-corner and...
Yeah.
Oh, man. Nowhere for Mercurio to go, and mentioned the bad luck he's had earlier. Clearly no shortage of that tonight. And then there's the 06 getting into the back of the 86.
Let's go on board with Joshua.
Bit of an aggressive move for Shane there that quickly. Not really... Oh! Don't really know if the room was there for the 03 to make that move, but it's been made at this point, and Mercurio and Quentin Moore are the big losers as a result of it.
On board with Dick Gunther. Yeah, I don't like it when a guy's trying to make a pass on the apron in the corner, right?
Yeah, always a risky move. I don't know how often it ever pays off.
Never. Let me answer that question for you.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Paid off for Shane, not so much for Quentin.
Did it? I mean, because I know he's down on... He just pit, so he's probably got to go to the tail end.
Yeah, he might have been penalized, perhaps.
If
Benjamin
not, he
Snyder
probably
has
feels
retired
bad
from
about
the race
it.
as well. I think the 22 is still not finished every race so far.
Our analytics are telling us that there are only 2 people watching right now, which is insane because I know that's not the case, but make sure you click that like button.
Yeah, that can't be right.
That can't be right. So, 8 cautions on the night so far, working lap 44 of 173.
First 3 or 4 of those, though, were pretty early on. We've had a couple of good runs in the middle of those.
Yeah, for sure.
Hoping for another one here.
That'd be ideal.
And hope we don't lose too many more cars in the field as well. We still have 130 to go. Like, we're still barely into this thing. Pace car down on the pit road. Chase Severs, Alexander Brown leading us back to the green once again.
Green flag. Oh, no.
Oh, 238 spun the tires. That's going to allow Nico Servito to make another big run here on a restart. And that 14 will jump up into second.
He's farthest up on new tires.
And that'll put Alexander Brown in the 59 out in the race lead. Todd Wilson going to try to pass Chase Severs here for third into turn 1. Battling with Jessica Shelton in the 9 as well.
Top to bottom there for the 9.
Yeah, good move there for Jessica. Made it work up into 5th, or 4th rather, goes that 9 machine.
Servideo to the lead. Maybe some contact there with the 59 for a brief moment. He's up the racetrack. Wilson going by Shelton as well.
And perhaps Gunther in a moment.
Oh, Trey Kinsey's in the wall.
Oh boy, oh boy. I don't know if we're good back there. The 32 is sliding up off the apron onto the track.
Yeah.
He kept it down there somehow. By the grace of something, Zachary Hall just prevented a huge wreck there into turn 1.
Folks, that's
Oh no, and there goes the 68 off the bumper of Shane's side.
Oh, and there goes HUD.
Hard in the outside wall goes Joseph Landy Pavlin, and there goes the 4 you just mentioned there through the tri-oval.
Oh no! Oh no!
And
No!
back
No! No!
up the track he go. Oh my gosh! Oh, that was
We
too close
stay
for comfort.
green. Let's get some replays.
Yeah, they're still all over each other while you do that.
Replay what happened to JLP. Looks like he's gonna go around by. Oh, nope, maybe some contact there.
Oh, Shane Sides is hard on the wall in the tri-oval. RJ Bishop and Garland Oaks are around as well. And that 03 is junk here.
Here's a replay of it.
And this just happened
Are we
during
under
the
caution?
other replay, and this is a caution.
Caution number 9.
Yeah, there's RJ. Yeah, Quentin Moore almost got into that one there. But a big hit for the 03.
Show you a replay what happened here with the 4. He just looks like he gets loose there. Goes for a spin through the grass. Right across both Maverick logos. And then here he comes, back up the track. Look out.
Yeah, the 89 walled himself to miss the 4 there.
Yeah.
It's been a rough night for Quentin Moore so far.
Oh no, got an update because I thought Huang Do was going to make his... Oh, we're wrecking under caution.
Oh, jeez. There's the 40 of Javier Negron up in the outside wall.
We won't show a replay of that. 006 Dodge Charger Huang Do was stolen, so if you or a loved one knows or sees that race car, please contact Huang Do.
Yeah, I think Michael Norman didn't quite slow down fast enough there and got into the back of the 40.
Do I miss this Texas version in real life? A little bit. I think definitely down in turns 1 and 2, although we got a pretty good race this past weekend. What do you say, Dewey?
I'd say we had a pretty good weekend
Yeah.
this weekend. I mean, we had one of the closest finishes in NASCAR history in the Xfinity race on Saturday. I mean, even the truck race was pretty solid on Friday night, too. Like, people have dragged Texas for a while, and deservedly so, but it's a pretty decent weekend, I would say.
It's your video with control here for the restart. And back away we go. Green flag, lap 53 of 173. 121 laps to go.
Nick Gunther with a good restart. He's going to file in behind that 14 into turn 1, but Todd Wilson up there in the 11 trying to do what he can to take the lead away, but the bottom is just so prevalent off these restarts that you can't really keep the run going through the corner. Trying to get down in front of that 55, and he'll do so.
All these leaders being super aggressive, trying to cut back to the bottom.
We're not the only ones being aggressive. We're 3 wide in the quad oval right now, and the round goes to 60 into turn 1. This is going to be big. Mercurio, the 12, Jose Reyes Jr., they're caught up in this one. I don't even know if this is a caution or not.
Nope. Now it is.
Oh, now it is. Harry Bond and Joshua Mercurio. And they were 3, almost 4 wide there in the quad oval, and they just ran out of space. I think the 60 might have had some help there from Trey Kinsey, who himself had a big hit to the outside wall.
One more look at it. That brings out our 10th caution of the night.
And still a ways to go.
Yes.
Yeah, 10 yellows and still over 100 laps left in this thing.
Yeah, we said it would be a marathon.
Looks like that wreck was the end of the night there for Jose Reyes in the 12. The rough way for his night to conclude. So we're down 6 cars here through 55 laps. Everybody on the track, though, is still on the lead lap. Nobody's really gotten enough damage to get lapped while making repairs, and we haven't really had a green run long enough for any of the cars with damage to get lapped. So all 36, or all 34 of these guys still out there theoretically have a chance. There's some pretty beat up cars here towards the back, though. That 67 has a lot of damage. The 091 has a lot of rear end damage, but he's running all right.
I drive a beat up car to your apartment.
Uh-huh.
Hey, let's get out of here.
Uh-huh. Haste lights are out, and we got guys doing 4-tire stops on pit road. Hopefully they can, like, catch up to the back of the pack before the green comes back out.
They'll figure it out.
Crazier things have happened. That 89 of Quentin Moore has seen better days as well. One of those guys on pit road. All that damage to the rear end of his 89 machine. He's had some pretty big hits tonight. We got all 34 of these guys racked up once again. We're going to take the green with 116 to go here at the Autrey Waits Memorial 416 here at Texas.
Hashtag 416 on 416.
Should have had a 420-kilometer race on Saturday. Missed opportunity. Green is back out, and I don't think that was a very organized start at all.
No, not at all.
We're already 3 wide again. We might be 4. We might just be 4.
We're just gonna... Oh, HUD's around.
Oh,
no.
boy. Oh, no.
Oh.
Randy Waugh, the 60 of Perry Bond, who was just in that last wreck.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, my gosh. Quentin Moore and Mercurio are both around again.
Oh. Gosh.
Oh, boy. Yeah, there's the yellow. And the rough night for that 89 and the 86 continues. And the rough night for me just started because my game crashed.
Well, you'll get to see the replays like those at home. You see HUD going around there. See Moore and Mercurio. Wowzers.
I think the 89 went on the apron to miss this, and then, yeah, overcorrected back up into Mercurio. And sent both of them up into the wall.
Yeah, they were both starting shotgun on the field there. So Robin will retire it in the 4. We're crashing under caution.
Oh boy.
Get a replay of that. We're like slamming on the brakes. Always having fun, Tom. Always having fun. What did I say? This is caution number 11 on the night?
I think so.
I got on my sheet.
You got notes.
Upcoming races here on JTN. We're live next Thursday night. Bomb Squad Race Cup Series action from New Hampshire. Then Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, NSCRA All-Star Spring Spectacular from Talladega. And then the Hobo Racing Cup Series is live from Talladega on Tuesday next week. So Maverick Night America takes a week off. And we'll be back with them live in May. But all those races, much more, are going to be live right here only on JTN. Presented by
Schemehaven.com.
Heck yes.
Pretty excited for all 3 of those races. Obviously, can't go wrong with Dega and my home track next week for Bomb Squad.
This week for Bomb Squad.
Or this week. Whoops.
Come on. Come on, Dewey. You're breaking my heart.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Alright, well, getting ready to go back green flag racing. Todd Wilson with control here for the restart. Coming back to lap 62. Green flag, we're back underway.
Bit more of an organized start there this time around. Everybody's so far so good here through 1 and 2. Oh, Quentin Moore's around out of turn 4. Down on the bottom.
Gets it back rolling.
And with the amount of damage that car has on the rear end now, it's probably an absolute handful. And we've got another wreck on the backstretch. Alexander Brown on the 59.
Caution.
And there's our yellow.
Caution number 12.
Break there for Quentin, who can try to get that thing repaired without losing a lap. Because he was about to if that yellow had not come out. We'll have to see what happened there with the 59.
This one started with actually Shane Sides and Philip Parker making some contact. I think Brown was just checking up for the incident.
Yeah, 137 to Kez Hiller with a little bit of damage as well. And yes, somebody ran the 59 over. The big hit.
That's RJ.
To the inside wall for him.
Packed the back end of that car.
Thomas Troxel has retired from the race under this yellow. I think we're down about 7 or 8 now from who started.
Oh, caution number 12 on the night. EcoServe video out in front. Nick Kinley Man 93. I just randomly blew up.
Yeah, Michael Norman just listed as a piston issue. He's done for the night as well under this yellow.
I believe that is Michael. Yeah. Sorry, we're not always great with usernames. So that's the piston. That's your piston, Dewey. Just
Yeah, started in second. Unfortunately, will not finish there. Looks like it's gonna be 32nd for that 08. So got 31 of them still out on the racetrack and still over 100 to go. Definitely a bit more of a marathon here tonight. This one a lot more than 26.2 miles though.
a little bit more. Just a teeny weeny bit.
Yeah, how many? That's like, what is that, like 10 Boston marathons tonight?
Sure.
Something like that. Nico Servideo and Dylan Baum. Or Dylan Bam. Did he say it was Dylan Bam? I feel like he corrected us at some point, and I feel like
Go check the tape.
I feel like he corrected us and said Dylan Bam. Either way, he's in second place. Trying to get win number 2 on the season for race 10. Pace car down on a pit road.
Green flag. Green, green, green.
Pretty even start for both of our front row there. And we're like 4 wide almost in the quad leg again. And we got another big wreck. Garland Oaks is around. Randy Waz collected. The 103 is involved. Quentin Moore again. Keith Hughes. And we are right back under yellow.
Caution 13 on the night.
I think that's the 7th or 8th wreck that Quentin Moore has been in tonight. And that car refuses to stop.
Refuse to lose.
I don't know how that thing is still going, but somehow it is.
Ryan asks, what's the over-under? Ryan, we didn't set a line tonight. We should have.
I think they did in the chat, or the in-game chat.
Did they? You want to go and... Oh, you probably can't find it now either.
No, it's showing up somehow.
What'd they set it as?
It looks like it's the over-under is 18 tonight in the in-game chat.
And we were at 13.
Yeah, and we still have over 100 to go, so the over is looking very good right now.
We are not halfway.
Yeah. We're still, like, I think another almost 20 laps from halfway. So the over is looking really good. Need to get NR leagues into Caesars Sportsbook and bet some real cash
Well, Bristol
on
is
this.
trying to set up his sports book, and you were gonna like have to bet biscuits, right? Like
The
our
Bristol
dog
book?
bones. Yeah.
I like that. Because in the end, Bristol wins every time.
The house always wins, just like the
Yeah.
dog always wins, right? He's a good boy, so.
And good dogs should always win, so it makes sense.
Wait, it's
Why are we not
Matt's-
investing in this?
Wait a minute, it's Matt's birthday? Happy birthday to the driver of the 738, Matt McIntyre. We didn't know that.
Birthday boy leading it right now.
Oh,
You're on
the
lap
message
69, doing a
message-
nice job.
just got retracted, so...
Well,
Oh, now it got resent. Okay.
up, okay. Up.
Maybe
Yes.
this is his birthday? Or... it's his
We're
birthday.
gonna say it is for the lore.
Yep, for the lore. Dude, I think I'm gonna take my glasses off.
Are ya?
Yeah, I don't think I need them.
You sure?
Yeah.
Think you're gonna know what's going on?
I think this is gonna make it kind of like I'm some of these drivers out there.
Oh. Oh, all right. Taking shots.
You see, when you've been doing this long enough, you're afforded some opportunities. Putting the glasses back on. All right, there we go.
All right, Four Eyes.
Do we go to the doctor?
Well, this booth is gonna have at least 4 eyes down on the track here for this restart.
At least.
Somewhere between 4 and 6.
My goodness, you're mean. You're a bully. 103 laps to go when we get to the line. Matt McIntyre with control. One of those Disney Speed Tune. Oh man, we're...
Oh, and he spun it! Oh, this is gonna be huge. Oh, they're all piling in. Oh, man. Denny Carroll. Oh, and up and over goes Matt, Randy Waugh, Alexander Brown, Nick Gunther, Nico Servideo, Nate Balzer.
Caution,
Oh,
number,
my...
caution
Oh.
number 14.
Man.
See, I didn't need my glasses for that one because I could have told you.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
All we saw were cars everywhere. Yeah, 738 just spun the tires from the lead, and when the leader wrecks, naturally, well, everybody behind him is probably going to end up in it somewhere.
I did that one time at Atlanta. I just spun into the grass, though.
Yeah, difference between spinning into the grass and spinning
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
cross
main
traffic.
racing groove.
Yeah. No. Listen. I'm just saying it happens, right?
Yeah.
Um.
So that in terms of cars involved, I think that's the biggest one of the night now.
Sure.
Garland Oaks out of the race from this, and there's a 738 tipping over.
Yeah, we're almost 2 hours in.
And we still have 100 to go.
Over half the race. This is madness. Alright, so Shane Sides is your leader. He's staying out here. A lot of guys staying out. Again, a big thank you. I see Todd Wilson running there in second. Todd, of course, being a big part of this event here tonight in honor of Autrey Waite's Sunday trip. We can't thank everyone enough for tuning in. If you have any memories you'd like to share, you are more than welcome to do so in chat. I heard Todd at the start of the show. If you want to rewind, you can go back and listen to it. But Todd kind of talked about what makes this race so special to him and a lot of these drivers, and kind of gave us some of the background on Autrey and whatnot. So you can go back to the start of this show and go take a listen to that, and then join us back here live, or stay with us live and go check it out after. But big thank you to Todd for being a big part of tonight's event. Of course, hashtag 416 on 416, although you have to spell 416 out. But again, folks, as always, can't thank you enough for sticking with us here. Make sure, if you haven't already, we encourage you to hit the like button on the video. If you want to support what Dewey and I are doing up here in the booth tonight, you want to show us some love, we of course always appreciate it. We know there's a lot of you guys that tune in here on Tuesday nights. We again encourage you, if you don't tune in on some of our other nights, to tune into our other nights, see the entire offering of sim racing we have here on JTN. Got some great events coming up this week. Bomb Squad from New Hampshire, if you want a little bit different style of racing, and then 2 races at Talladega, our next 2 races after that. One with our friends over at the NASCAR as part of their All-Star Spring event. And then also next Tuesday, Hobo Racing takes on the Talladega Super Speedway. Big thank you to Brian and Kathy Voiles for their sponsorship of that one. Both those races, or all 3 of those races rather, will be live right back here on JTN. So make sure you're subscribed, click the bell icon, you'll be notified when we go live, and you don't want to miss a second of the action. Shane Side's going to lead us back to green in the 0-3. Todd Wilson to his outside. Phil Parker there in third in the number 25. Coming back to 99 laps to go. Finally got under that 100 to go mark, Dewey, as Shane Sides leads us back to green.
Yeah, it's a very interesting top 10 we have now. Shane's been in a couple of wrecks tonight, as have some guys behind him, but of course, with a new top 10 is an opportunity for some guys that you might not typically see up at the front all the time to make themselves known here and to put their name on the map. Got 3 wide behind him into 3. Dylan Young almost got the back there of Kez Hill in the 137.
I think he did.
That was a close call regardless. Trying to get by Chase Severs here in the 238. Almost got into him in the middle of the quad oval there. Couple of real close ones right there.
Todd Wilson goes to the lead in the 11 car, made the pass there on the outside. Shane Sides falls back into second.
Yeah, that 03 has got some speed in it still, despite the incidents that it has been in so far. Battle behind them for fourth. Javier Negron in the 40. Denny Carroll, Kez Hill are all battling up here. Just outside the top 5, or actually part of the top 5. Dylan Baum in the 95 also in the mix.
Oh, we got one around. Trey Kinsey.
And Alexander Brown gets into Seth Cole. Matt McIntyre gets a piece as well.
Happy birthday.
And
Caution number
is
15.
back out. Number 15.
1-5.
Oh no! Trey Kinsey just backed into Seth Cole and tipped him over.
There was also a secondary crash down in turn 1 with a couple guys that were up front.
Seth was stopped in the grass and Trey just backed up right into him and flung him upside down. Oh my... Oh... Yeah, 40 got in the back of the 25 there, and a big hit to the outside wall for Phil Parker. Big hit for Denny Carroll as well. Zachary Hall, Chase Severs, Jessica Shelton all caught up in that one.
Welcome in, Brian. And Level in chat.
And there's contact Dylan Young into the back of Trey Kinsey, the car up on its side. There's the 59 and into the 78. And at the tail end of this, you're going to see Trey Kinsey throw his car in reverse and start backing up down the track right into the unsuspecting Seth Cole and fling him right up and over.
Have you ever?
I'm not really sure what Trey was trying to do by backing up like that, but I can say with confidence, I don't think Seth was expecting a car to just hit him going backwards like that.
I guess Seth and Trey have some history.
Well, they weren't the cause of the incident, though.
No, well, you know.
If they do have history, that's a weird time to reignite it, considering they didn't even get into each other just now.
He left him on his roof, too. He didn't even try to help him.
Yeah, Seth got towed for that.
That's funny. Probably not funny for Seth, but...
Yeah, no.
Oh, they have history
sure.
from Phoenix last year. That's right. You remember that?
I think I do now. That Matt McIntyre and Denny Carroll out of the race from those incidents.
Gotta love
Saw that
Maverick
41
Cup
take that big
rivalries.
hit. So we're down to, I think, 26 or 27 cars. Dylan Young just retired from the race as well in the 42. Pace lights are back out.
Hope everybody gets to retire someday. Everybody
Yeah.
deserves to retire.
Yeah.
You know? Live on the beach. Own a nice house. Sip pina coladas. You know it's getting close to time to retire when you're already thinking about retiring, huh?
Yeah. Alright, so 15 cautions so far tonight. We are still not halfway. We're still about, I think, 6 or 7 laps still from the halfway point. So we're on pace for 30 cautions.
I like it. Picasso.
I like it. I love it.
I want some more of it. I tried so hard. I can't rise above it. Don't know what it is about that little gal's loving, but I like it.
I like it.
I love it.
I want some more of it. If you want some more green flag racing, you got it right here, though, because we are back underway here on lap 82. Todd Wilson on the low side, Dylan Baum up top. Kez Hill or Nick Gunther right behind him in row 2. Nick won the pole. Kez trying to get his first top 5 of the year. We'll see what these guys got here on the restart. Oh, and around goes Shane Sides. He just got tagged by Landy Pavlin, who's big time up in the air. Keith Hughes is upside down. Shane's upside down. Quentin Moore is in like his 8th wreck of the night. Trey Kinsey's in it. The 40 is in it. And they just can't stop wrecking, Joe.
Let's just go back to Weezer. Thank you.
Caution number 16. Yeah, we got 2 flips on that one. I think this might be the new biggest wreck of the night.
It's not good when every wreck is the biggest wreck of the night.
It's just progressively getting larger.
Quentin Moore trying to do best monster truck impression there. My goodness. See hockey stuff being talked about in chat. Hockey season's over, so I don't know what you're talking about.
That 68 got so much air.
No caution cooldowns this week because it's a mile and a half.
Yeah, Shane just got loose mid-corner and golly. Saw RJ Bishop and Josh 2 got damage in the back of this as well. There's the 82 and the 03 going upside down. Oh, man.
Yeah, they did, Matt.
Yeah, and the Bruins choked the Atlantic Division of the Panthers.
Yeah, but now you get to play Toronto, so who really won?
Uh,
Would you rather play Toronto or Tampa?
Doesn't matter, they're losing first round anyway.
Good.
They've been bad for a month. Man, what a wreck that was.
Yeah.
And again, caution number 16, and we still are not halfway yet. Shane Sides out of the race as a result of that accident. Suffered a lot of damage there in that 03. So, I don't think we're going to have this many yellows throughout the race, like the second half of the race, because we're just going to run out of cars. We're down about 16 cars so far.
Do we? Like, let's not challenge him, okay, man?
I mean, well...
No, let's not even dare throw the gauntlet down.
All right. Base lights are back out. Dylan Baum in the 95, Todd Wilson in the 11 going to lead us to the restart. And I believe halfway is next time by after this one. I think. Yeah. Yeah, next time by after this one will be halfway, so we're almost there.
Yeah. 32 cautions we're on track for. All right, let's go. Green
New
flag.
track record.
It's a new. I think we're already at the track record. I thought it was like 15.
Yeah, Texas had 16 on Sunday.
Okay, so maybe it was
So
7.
we're on pace with Cup right now.
In half the time.
Yeah, actually. It's all right. We got half the race still to get some good green runs in. We've seen that the racing can be good when they don't wreck. The problem is they keep wrecking. Sean Dawson in the 091 all of a sudden is in third, and we just hit
He's on the apron too.
Oh boy, okay. Saved it though. Big moment for him though, regardless. That would have been a brutal commentator jinx had he wrecked. And we have hit halfway.
Hooray.
87 laps down, 86 laps to go here at Texas. Battle for the lead. Nick Gunther to the low side of Dylan Baum here into turn 3. Trying to get the top spot away from that 95. 2 2024 season winners going out of here for the lead. And Nick Gunther will clear for the lead here out of turn 2. And now Todd Wilson going to try to take a crack at second, as the 14 just blocks the 59 down to the apron on the backstretch. I don't know how they didn't wreck. I thought they were going to, but thankfully they didn't. Oh, and there goes the 079. It wasn't those two, but it was somebody else.
Oh my
and
God.
he gets clobbered by the 60, and they are both flipping here into turn 1.
Dude,
Oh my
I think we have a
gosh.
fatality. Oh my goodness.
That was awful. Caution 17 here on lap 91, and we got 2 more of them. Not facing the right way. As soon as that 079 got turned down to the bottom, I knew he was coming back up the hill, and that was not pretty. Gosh. Yeah, 60 just had, like, nowhere to go in that. Just running his own race, and all of a sudden he had a car sliding up right in front of him, and if you're Perry Bond, nothing you can do about that whatsoever. Oh, man. And both of those cars, unsurprisingly, are out of the race.
Unsurprisingly.
So if you bet the over for the amount of cautions tonight, we are 1 short of hitting 18, and we've still got 80 laps to go. So the over is looking real good.
It's looking good. It's looking real good.
It's looking good. We might have the most cautions on the year as well tonight. I think we had 25 at Phoenix.
Yeah.
So still 8 away, believe it or not, from the most on the season. But 18, of course, still was a lot of cautions.
Antonio Irvin says, "I just finished my race. What did I miss?"
Oh, you've missed a lot.
Yeah, Ed Poe, I'm doing good. I'm still standing better than I ever did. Looking like a true survivor. Feeling like a little kid. Shout out to Michigan softball for beating Michigan State. Appreciate the gals. Make sure if you haven't already, drop a like on the video, subscribe, do those things, help support us. We appreciate it when you do. Can't thank you enough for all of your support out there, folks. Green flag.
But for how long?
Hopefully like 80 laps.
That would be the hope. Mercurio and Servideo going at it for the lead here. Got one on the wall at a 2, though. That's Josh 2. Still going in the 85. Has Hiller in the 137 trying to make a move down to the bottom to get by that 86. Gets those left sides down into the grass. Nick Gunther and Chase Severs going at it for 4th right behind these two. But Kez Hiller now up into 2nd place tonight.
Yeah, we're slowing down.
And we got another yellow. Looks like the 40 was in this one. Not sure if there were others in it.
Crush number 18.
Looks like Trey Kinsey and Quentin Moore both got a piece of this as well, and I think RJ Bishop also did, and Randy Waugh. Yeah, 21 with a huge hit to the outside. Oh, poor Randy. It's been a rough night for him too. And 68, also in it there in the potable grass. Josh 2 was just retired from the race here under this caution. Oh boy.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, this one's only 18. That's what I have on my official tally sheet. I am taking notes. Not great notes, but
They're notes.
yeah, I mean I can note crashes, I guess. Our official JCN count, which isn't the official count, is 18. Yeah, only 18. Only.
And again, as unbelievable as it sounds, we are still 7 cautions away from tying the most that we've had this season.
Drew, you gotta stop saying that, man.
I think we had 21 at Las Vegas, too.
We did, and I think we had 17 or 13 at Daytona. It's been a rough start to the year.
Nick Gunther just blew up under caution.
Oh, that happened again.
Yeah, he was just in 5th, and it just blew up on him.
It's gotta be frustrating.
Yeah. The 40 of Javier Negron is also retired. He was just in that incident. So he is now done for the night. That stinks for Nick. Obviously, he got his first win of the year last week at Richmond, but won the pole for tonight. That car was super fast, and he's going to have nothing to show for it. So we're down to, like, I think half the field is now out of the race. Ish.
Week after, or 2 weeks after, I believe.
Is that going to have cautions? Or are we just going to run that green all the way through because it's a road course?
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Nico Sir video with control coming to lap 100 of 173. 74 laps to go here from Texas. Green flag. We're back underway.
238 gave the 137 a shove there right before they went green, and so that has allowed Kez Hiller to take over the race lead here into turn 1.
Yeah, Mike, yeah.
Chase Sears and Mercurio side by side for 3rd here down the back. Sean Dodson's going to take it 3 wide into 3. Oh my gosh, I don't know how he didn't get in the back of the 86.
A lot of skill, a lot of luck, and we're getting... Oh, man.
No, they're really squirrely still. Oh, God, Sean! Hold on to it, buddy! Oh my gosh! That thing is all over the place with all that rear end damage it has, but it's still fast. Oh, and now he's up the track!
We're just
gonna save it again! Oh, and now he's in the wall! He's gonna tag Keith Hughes, and they're gonna have another big one on the front stretch! Oh, Keith is barrel rolling! This is not good, folks! Keith Hughes is flipping here into turn 1, and that's not the first time he's been on his roof tonight either. Oh my gosh.
Dude, your caution calls are becoming better and better throughout the night. They're just...
I'm trying.
You're letting go. I like it. I love
Quentin
it.
Moore is in it for the umpteenth time tonight. Alexander Brown involved as well. Oh, poor Keith. Oh. Zach Armstrong in the 103. Randy Waugh again as well. Oh, man. Not a great night there for Chief Keith.
No, not a good night for Chief Keith.
That's that stuff he doesn't like.
He's on pit lane. We're under caution, believe it or not.
Nick Gunther officially has retired with the engine expiration there under the last yellow. 21 cars left on track. One of them is a lap down, and that is Keith sitting on pit road right now.
Dude, we've had 19 cautions tonight.
Yeah, we have almost as many cautions as we have cars still on the track.
We will have run more laps under caution tonight than we will have under green.
Despite it being the longest race of the season in terms of laps. Yeah, 19 yellows again, 21 cars left on track, though if Keith can't continue with all that damage, it'll be 20. We'll have to wait and see what the verdict is there for the 82. But after flipping twice in the same race, I obviously would not be surprised if he can't. Yeah, it's been one of those nights. And it's still far from over.
Else from in chat. If you're racing in the top 10, you're kind of safe almost. If you're behind that, then good luck.
I don't know, because we had a restart earlier where the
Where the
leader
leader
spun the tires.
I
Are
know.
you really safe up at the front?
I don't think you're safe. I don't think anyone's safe. I'm not safe.
I don't think the pace car is safe, Joe.
I don't feel safe in this booth.
We've had like 3 cautions tonight where the pace car never even stopped on pit road before it came back out. I think the pace car is going to need a 4-tire and fuel stop here at some point. Old Brett Bedine getting his money's worth tonight. Looks like Keith Hughes has just come off pit road. Somehow they were able to repair that car after a second flip. But Sean Dotson in the 091 has just called it a night. So there you go. Half the field is now out of the race. 40 cars started this event. We have 68 laps to go and 20 of them are left. It is a battle of attrition.
Battle of nutrition?
A battle of nutrition indeed.
Wow. Mooncar is entertaining.
It is.
We're trying to be entertaining, Greg. But, yeah, we're tasked with taking things seriously, so,
Pace lights are back off, so we will take the green again here with 67 laps remaining. Hez Hiller, Todd Wilson on the front row, Dylan Baum, Jessica Shelton. Zachary Hall going to restart in 5th. I don't think he's been in the top 5 tonight, but he is now. And then you can start to see these cars on the low side with all that rear end damage. The 25 has it, the 80 has it, the 21 has it. I still don't know how the 89's going.
yeah.
We've had 19 cautions, and I think the 89 has legitimately been in about 10 of them. And he's still going on the lead lap somehow. So props to him for keeping that thing going. Back underway here on lap 107.
Todd Wilson clear with the lead. Bam there in the 95, trying to get to the
Mike
inside.
Carroll on the wall.
Hiller, Mike Carroll's into the wall in that pit state dart. Hiller
nice
jumps down in
looking
front of
car.
Shelton for 3rd. Here comes the 95, looking for 2nd off of turn number 4.
Quentin Moore just went around again out of turn 2. No yellow. Top 2 pulling away a little bit here out of turn 2. Jessica Shelton trying to make a run for 3rd here on Hez Hiller. Phil Parker, Santi Gutierrez going at it for, I think this is 6th here in the middle of 3 and 4. 14 car up in this battle as well, Nico Servideo. Again, this is some pretty solid racing when they get into a groove, but it's just so hard for these guys to get in a groove that you rarely see it. And also now that so many of these cars have substantial damage. Battle for third, Zachary Hall on the bottom, Jessica Shelton on the top.
Hall will complete that pass through turns 1 and 2. He'll take over the third spot.
Yeah, with all this attrition, some guys we haven't really seen up at the front so far tend to have the chance to take home a really great finish, and I think the 32 and... Yeah, the 32 definitely falls into that category. I think he's run most of this race around 15th to 20th.
Mm-hmm.
And the 68 just pounded the outside wall in turn 3.
Gets back rolling. We'll not even look at it.
Yeah, one of those cars with all that rear end damage where it just makes the back end super loose, and yeah, he took off on him. Saw that earlier with the 89. Might not be the last time you see that tonight either. When the back of the car just gets so damaged they can't beat it out anymore, and you're stuck with it like that. Think of the 20 cars left on the racetrack, like 8 of them are in that boat. Might need to upgrade that to an arc at this point to fit them all.
They got pairs at least?
We'll find out. Battle, actually this is not for position though, but Keith Hughes and Alexander Brown side by side here through 1 and 2. That 82 car down 2 laps from his most recent flip, so he's going to need some, well, he's going to need some yellows to get those laps back, but I think with the 19 we've had tonight, safe to say we'll probably have another one. And the 68 staying on the bottom here, letting all of the faster cars go by. Obviously, with the amount of damage that car has, just trying to limp it to the finish and get as many points as possible.
Curio going by Shelton. RJ Bishop going to look to do the same thing too. Curio, they're not able to get enough of a run now. He does.
That 137 of Kez Hiller is falling like a rock right now. Just went from 8th to about 11th in about 2 corners. Got passed by Randy Waugh, Chase Severs, and Santiago Gutierrez. Now 137 started, I think, 2nd on that restart, and now again outside the top 10, so not a great stretch here for that 137 machine. RJ Bishop was running inside the top 10. He just fell out of the server.
Oh, man.
So he's going to have to reconnect and get back on track as quick as he can. But if he doesn't get the laps added back, he's going to end up stuck behind Keith Hughes for lapped cars. And yeah, that's not a great break, of course, at all for RJ.
I see Dalton asking in chat, are we going to have strategy here? If this thing runs green to the end, it's kind of, you're teetering on having to make 2 pit stops. If you can get to around lap 140, you can probably make it on a pit stop there. But, it's going to be interesting. You see Todd Wilson trying to go around Quentin Moore there in the 89. Moore's going to hit the wall right in front of the leaders.
That held up the 11 a little bit, and that's gotten the 95 right there, Dylan Baum. That was a very close call. Oh, and he's in the same lane as the 14 briefly. Trying to stay out of the way. Oh, he just spun it. Oh, he's going to come back up the track. Watch out, Randy Waugh. No caution, and he's out of the way now, I think, but a very close call there for multiple drivers. Hez Hiller just came off of pit road, so that car clearly ill-handling enough to warrant an unscheduled off-sequence pit stop.
They make a good point there too, about 2 seconds of fall off on the tires, so 1 versus 2 stops could become a strategy call there for these drivers as well. You make the extra stop, do you think you can make up the time?
Yeah, definitely something now with all this field spread out and everything that can start to be considered. Obviously, I don't think strategy was on anybody's... Oh my god, Seth Cole just dumped the ever-living heck out of Chase Severs. And the 238 just went flipping across the line. And that is a caution number 20 of the night.
Well, there goes your strategy.
Yeah, so much for that.
Here's your
Yeah,
replay.
the 238 got... What, I think he had to check up mid-corner because he got loose, and Seth just ran him over, and up and over that 238 went. Golly. Oh boy. So, add the 238 to the group of cars that have extreme rear end damage now. Yeah, Seth was definitely faster than Chase was there, and yeah, Seth unfortunately just got right in the back of him. And this has gotten pretty much the entire field here on pit road, save for Mercurio. Keith Hughes taking the wave around to get one of his 2 laps back. Looks like Joseph Landy Pavlin might be doing the same. As Hiller, of course, just pit in that 137, so makes sense for him to take the wave around as well. So we'll get at least one more car back on the lead lap when this cycles through.
So working this caution here, pace car lights are off, we'll go back green next time by. Mercurio staying out in the 86. Rest of the field gonna have new tires and build up on fuel.
Hate in chat, I've seen lots of right turns tonight. That you have. That you have.
We veered all over the place, huh?
Yeah, a couple people might have thought we were a Coda tonight, not Texas, but I don't know.
Hey, it is what it is. That's why you come out to the races, right? Gonna be under 50 laps to go when we get back to green flag racing. Mercurio with controls, got old tires, so watch the wheels spin here on the 86. Rest of the field, they got 4 fresh Goodyear Eagles underneath them. Back to the restart, 126 and 173. Green flag, we're back underway, and a little bit of wheel spin from everyone there as they get back going. 238's in the grass. He's spinning.
My gosh.
We're gonna
He got his left sides in the grass.
We're gonna stay green. Single car spin, we stay green.
Oh my, oh.
I think.
Yeah, the 86 spun him a little bit, but not really any more than
No.
anybody else did, and he just tried to block the 95, I think, there to 3.
Well, you know, give him a little crowd.
Make him work for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't
No.
just be giving up those spots
That's
like
right.
that. He's free falling now, though.
Nothing's free.
Nope. Now he just fell to about 8th place there through the quad oval. And he's losing, I think, more spots. Just got passed there by the 103 with Zach Armstrong. Battle for 6th here. Jessica Shelton's going to take that spot away from Randy Waugh in the 21. Randy, one of those guys with a lot of rear end damage, just trying to hold on for the rest of the night.
Yeah, and we talk about that, right? What that does is it kind of gets your spoiler out of the air. You lose a lot of rear downforce on the car, and makes that car want to whip out from underneath you. And it's definitely not a fun thing to drive around with, especially at a track as fast as Texas.
Yeah, and we've seen a couple guys already spin from that throughout the night. But Randy, despite all that damage, though, running in 7th place right now. So hopefully he can keep that thing straight and not fall victim to one of those rear end spins, because he still has a pretty decent night going, despite all the wrecks he's been in. Looks like Quentin Moore just hit pit road there in the 89. Ruff would be putting it lightly for how his day has gone. Looks like RJ Bishop just hit pit road as well there in the 77, but he's also a couple laps down from falling out of the server. Seth Cole, Phil Parker battle for 10th here in the quad oval. That 78's got roof damage and is running up there. Of course, got flipped over under caution in that incident earlier with Trey Kinsey. Phil's going to get the position for now, but I guess Seth still got some decent speed in that car despite it being wheels up earlier.
Well, you know, tortoise in the hair, right?
Yeah. Quentin Moore in the 89 has finally called it a night. I think he was in 10 or 11 different wrecks, and the 89, I guess, finally stopped running.
Said that was enough.
Yeah. Down to 19 left on the racetrack.
Yeah. Got a pretty good battle for the lead going here, though. Feels like the 95 might be a little bit quicker, but Wilson doing a good job in that 11 car of holding him off.
Controlling the lanes. Usually a term you hear at super speedways, but with a multi-group track like Texas, it can apply here as well. All Todd's got to do is see which lane the 95 is the strongest in and go where he is.
He's blocking, though, man.
He is. Blocking with 40 to go, Todd Wilson is there in the 11. It worked,
and
though.
You heard Todd in the open. He's a nice guy, and he's blocking like that.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Woo-wee.
Maybe Todd's thinking, I went through all this to put this on. I want to win this thing now at the end of it. Of course, Todd helped organize this memorial race here tonight.
Yep.
For Autrey weights, and again, it's been a 20 caution race. There's been a lot of wrecking.
We can't.
So.
We're not trying to cover that up. I've seen a lot of conversation in chat tonight. Again, folks, we always encourage you to try to keep it positive. Just want to throw that out there because we do watch that chat. So just throwing that out there. But as we're saying, we can't hide the fact that there's been 20 cautions tonight. You've seen it. We've seen it up here in the booth. But seen some good racing now. So take some positives away and, you know, keep on keeping on.
Yeah, there has been some solid battles. It's just would have been a little cooler to see some more of it when there were way more people in the field. But
yeah,
obviously this is what we're left with tonight, so kind of just got to make the most of it. Randy Waugh, Jessica Shelton, Zach Armstrong all in a blanket here in the middle of 3. This is 6th, 7th, and 8th. All trying to catch that 59 for the last spot in the top 5.
But again, as always, we encourage you, give us some support here on JTN. We got other great racing action with all of our bunch of other leagues. We'll be live next week with our friends at Hobo on Tuesday. So if you're a traditional JTN, well, you know, it does. As Bomb has taken over the lead and we missed it. But,
That 95 has been good all night. Been clean all night, just like Todd. Not a scratch on either of those two cars. So not surprising to see them up at the front like this late in the going.
yeah. Yeah, Ulysses, I do.
Randy Waugh is pulled away from Jessica and Zach and is now setting his sights on Zach Armstrong. Two Dodges going at it here for 5th.
And see Wilson again pulling to the outside of the 95.
Zach Armstrong makes the pass on Jessica for 7th. As they come up on Joseph Landy Pavlin! Oh my gosh. Got out of the way just in the nick of time, but what that has done is it's allowed Nico Servideo and the 14 to close in a bit on these top two. This might be a 3-horse battle for the lead here very soon. Zachary Hall, the 32, not that far behind as well. And it looks like RJ just fell out again. Joshua Mercurio hits pit road here in the 86.
So as Todd Wilson retakes the lead here, and we talked about Servideo kind of climbing into this fight, you have a 3-horse race. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say he hit the wall.
Oh, well.
Still closing in. And the 59 is not too far behind the 32 as well. We got...
Wish I could be facetious.
and the top 5 is only separated by about a second or so. Chase Severs hits pit road in the 238. So for him and Mercurio, I think this should be their last stop of the race. Whether we have another caution or not. Of course, everybody else on track has to come in pit at least one more time as well. We'll just have to see when they decide to do that. .30 laps left at the line. Todd has put a little bit of space now between himself and the 95. Zachary Hall has caught the 14, so this could be a battle for 3rd here very soon. Randy Waugh still just outside the grasp of Alexander Brown.
So as Todd Wilson starts to pull away with the lead, and we close in on that last round of pit stops, if you're behind the wheel of, say, the 11 car, do you continue to press the attack button and try to make sure you're the first car down pit lane? Or do you kind of wait and see what the 95 and the 14 behind you doing, knowing that they are your closest competition on the racetrack right now to take home this victory tonight?
Honestly, I think if you're Todd, I think you just... I think being the first one on pit road might be the way to go. Obviously, we could see a situation where someone can undercut or stay out a bit longer, but typically by this point you'd have had a round of green flag stops. So you could kind of see how that would go. But this is the longest run we've had all night, so you have nothing to base it off of. So being aggressive, if you're up in that top 5, especially Todd, would seem like the way to go, but obviously with really no data to go off of, it is a big risk. Well, I mean, a lot of times as the race goes on, you have a couple of green flag stops. You can kind of see where the trends tend to go, where the undercutters go, where the ones that stay out tend to go. But with this being the first round of green flag stops all evening, and with it being so late in the race, I mean, obviously anything you do is a risk, but the fact of not knowing definitely makes it a more pressured decision from these drivers. As we'll have 24 to go here at the line. So at some point, these guys will have to make their way down pit road. Had some closer battles a little earlier in the run, but now we're starting to see the field spread out quite a bit. We got 4 cars all in a row from Seth Cole to Joseph Landy Pavlin, but not everybody in this group on the lead lap.
Maybe these drivers, you think, feel pretty comfortable with their markers coming to pit lane. It's been so long since you've gotten the opportunity to practice that.
Yeah, hopefully most of these guys practiced in the happy hour practice earlier. 68's on pit road. Again, one of those multiple laps down.
.59 now down pit lane. Here comes the 103 as well.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Alexander Brown, Kez Hiller hitting pit road. So 3 cars on the lead lap here on pit road at the same time. Jessica Shelton just came off pit road in the 9.
95 and 11 staying out another lap.
As is the 32.
Nine is coming back down pit lane.
Mike Carroll on pit road in the 35, getting his stop done.
Servideo has already pit.
81 is in. Looks like the 11's hitting pit road this time, Joe.
And so will the 95, and he makes up some time. Lot of time.
Oh, boy. I think Dylan got it slowed down. So these two, if their pit crews are even, are going to be neck and neck coming off pit road. And the 32 hits pit road right behind him as well, Zachary Hall. Maybe if you're the 32, you take 2 here? See if it'll work?
2 seconds of fall off, Dewey? Do you want to risk 2 tires on that?
You never know. Honestly, to me, it's worth a shot, but Seth Cole in the 78 hits pit road.
And 95 is going to win the race off pit road.
Oh, boy. That might be for the win. That might just be for the win.
Well, and here comes Servideo in the 14. He pit a few laps ago, folks, and he's had the fresher tires, and he's been able to make up some ground, but
Phil Parker in as well.
14, he might be able to get by Todd Wilson in the 11, but not going to be able to get by the 95. So he'll sandwich himself in between there. So Todd Wilson loses 2 spots through the pit cycle as the 95 takes over the lead.
Yeah, undercutting might have been the move here with what that 14 just did. It works in some places, it doesn't work in others. Here, I think it might be the call to make.
Now he's just got to hold on.
And hope that there isn't another caution. Keith Hughes just got himself off of pit road as well. Phil Parker coming off the pit lane, and I think with Phil, the cycle's complete. I think that is now everybody. The 68 retired with a camshaft issue, though, during that cycle, so with that and RJ falling out again, we've got 17 left on the racetrack.
Wowzas.
And 12 on the lead lap. So a whole lot of attrition tonight. Seth Cole just got the wall at turn 2. I think he came up on the 238 trying to find a way around him, and he ended up walling himself by accident, not knowing where he was going to go. And those two had the run in earlier in the race as well. Oh, and the 238 just blocked the 14 by accident, and that just cost Nico a lot of time. Oh, man. And that's going to put Todd back up into second. They were side by side almost for second, right in front of him, and... oh... And just like that, Nico's strategy isn't going to do anything for him, because now he just lost all the time he gained from it with worse tires. Seth Cole went a lap down in that exchange, so 11 left on the lead lap. About to be 10 now, as the 95 is going to put the 25 down a lap.
A lot of 5s there, Dewey.
Indeed.
Coming
now
off.
out of... oh, go ahead.
Off turn 4, 10 laps to go, presented by Death Craver. It's Death Craver 10 to go. Death Craver chronicles the story of Enzo, a young racer who's invited to a top secret underground racing competition on never-before-seen racetracks. Little does he know he's going to have to go against Death Craver and his squadron of deranged race car drivers and assault vehicles. It's Death Craver. It's now available on Amazon or ZachRogersBooks.com.
Yeah, we actually hit 10 to go. I think we finally hit the point in the race where there just weren't enough cars racing around each other to consistently have cautions anymore. And so as a result, we've had this long green run that hopefully continues for these last 8+ laps.
Todd Wilson is closing it in, Dewey.
Yeah, he's back. As they're going to go around Keith Hughes there in the 82.
You got the Jaws music playing yet?
Not yet. Probably right now, though. To the outside, Todd goes for the lead.
I'm trying to hold him off here for the lead. For the win as we come down to the end of this one. Just 7 laps to go.
Got a really good battle behind these guys as well. The 3 Dodges of Alexander Brown, Zach Armstrong, and Randy Wall, all under a blanket here in the quad oval, battling for 5th. So this could get spicy here in this next 6 laps.
We'll keep our eyes here, though, on the battle for the win in this race. Todd Wilson there in second. And Bam there in the 95 out in front. Todd Wilson again to the outside of the 95.
Coming to 5 to go here at Texas. I'm running out for Todd to get this pass done. Randy Waugh gets by Zach for 6th.
We'll try to catch Alexander Brown there in the 59 for 5th. Again, back up front, battle for the win, battle for the lead. Coming to 4 laps to go.
And Todd's throwing everything he's got at the 95, and so far none of it has been able to stick. Dylan trying to become, I believe, the first 2-time winner on the year.
Would be correct.
Having won Phoenix already. Oh, he's blocking! Trying to pinch him up there with a 238 who just basically walled himself to get out of the way. And I think at this point, Dylan knows that the top, like, you can get a run-up on the top, but you can't really make a pass on the top.
Yeah, so you got to protect the bottom, right?
As long as Dylan protects the bottom, I think he's going to be all right.
I think Todd's got to try to cut under him on corner exit here.
Yeah, knowing the 95 is going to block, that's about the only move that I think he has.
Yeah. And try
Got 2 laps to make it happen. Can he do it?
Gotta get some momentum quick if you're this 11 car running here in second. 2 to go, as Dewey said, here from Texas. Can Todd Wilson get back to the point?
Oh, the 59 just blew his gearbox from 5th.
Oh, no.
Oh, Alexander Brown, and here comes Todd. He's blocking again. Oh.
They're having fun here at the front of the field, Dewey.
Here he goes. He's up top.
White
Side by
flag.
side for the lead. White flag here in Texas. Todd's got one more shot at it here in the Autrey Waits Memorial Race.
Oh, they're neck and neck, side by side through turns 1 and 2. Some of the best racing we've seen all season. It's coming down for the win. Todd Wilson on the outside. Dylan Bam there on the outside. They're still wheel to wheel through turns 3 and 4, Dewey.
They haven't been able to pass up top all night, but this might be the one chance Todd has to make it work. And out of turn 4, Todd hits the wall, and it's going to be Dylan Bam taking the win here tonight in the Lone Star State.
Well, that was a little anticlimactic, huh? Uh-oh.
Yeah, Todd had the run.
No.
Oh, my gosh!
Oh, he's not happy about that.
Yeah, Todd is not thrilled about that move there out of turn 4, and the 95. Oh my god.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that 95 I don't think is going to be able to do his burnout. And the 2 cleanest cars of the race are now destroyed after the flag. Yeah, definitely some displeasure there from the 11 car with how he was just raced. He had the run up there, and oh man. And again, we mentioned briefly there, Alexander Brown was running in 5th there with 2 to go, and his gearbox blew, so he gets 16th for all his hard work tonight.
Dude, I'm gonna let you do these interviews, okay? How's that sound?
I don't know.
I think I'm gonna let you do the interviews.
But we finished with 8 cars on the lead lap here tonight. Nico Servideo, Zach Hall, Randy Waugh round out your top 5 after 173 laps and 20 cautions. Dylan Bam burning it down with what's left of his car here on the front stretch. That thing didn't have a scratch or a dent on it anywhere until turn 1 of the cooldown lap, and then it got junked. And just about every car in the field tonight is ready for the dumpster.
Sure we weren't racing at Talladega tonight?
Maybe. But hoo-wee. The race is done. Fiend.
Okay, that's not the point, Zach. What? Okay.
What?
Nothing.
Oh.
Yeah. So move on to our post-race coverage. We'll talk with our top three. I have a feeling there are some interesting conversations being had. Do you want to start with our third place finisher?
Why don't we?
All right. Let's go ahead and bring in Nico Servideo, driver, the number 14, third place finisher here tonight. You got a copy, Nico?
Yeah, I got you, Joe. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing? Third place. I mean, things got a little rough there with the lap car, it looked like at the end, but
Yeah, just a wrong decision at the wrong time there, but fairly happy to not only lead a decent amount of the race, but to get a good finish to back it up.
yeah, I was going to ask too. I mean, you take the call there to pit before your counterparts there in the top three. What went into that call? Was it this is my best chance to get the track position back? Did you think it was going to come down to track position there at the end, and that maybe made that call, or what was the reason for short pitting?
I mean, we were fairly close together when I came down to pit road. I figured it was going to come down to who executed a little bit better than the rest. Had a fairly decent pit stop for my standards. I usually somehow always mess up pit strategy one way or the other. Able to get out past Todd when he was on his out lap, but tires were spent fairly quickly, so a little bit to learn there.
Well, Nico, a great result here tonight. Third place finish for you in this 14 team. I want to give you the opportunity before we let you go. Anyone you want to shout out? Any partners you want to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Logitech G, Johnny Morris Bass Pro Shops for putting some money in, getting their sponsorships on the car, and thank all my teammates back at 4-Night Squad Racing, Nick Gunther for helping me out there, keeping my composure down at the end, and we should be in a good place for next week.
Well, Nico, again, congratulations on the podium here tonight, man. Great getting a chance to talk with you after this one, and hope we're talking with you again soon.
Thank you, guys.
Nico Servideo, driver, the number 14, your third place finisher here tonight. All right, Dewey, who you want to talk to next?
Why don't we go in order? Let's talk to Todd first.
All right, let's go ahead and bring in Todd Wilson, driver of the number 11, your second place finisher here tonight. Todd, you got a copy?
I do.
All right. Oh man, I'm just gonna. What happened on the last lap?
Yeah. Well, it was tight racing, and I have no idea who the guy that I was racing with. I've never even heard of him before, but I think he just misjudged the corner and just washed up into us and sent us into the outside wall. So it is what it is. So it's unfortunate for sure.
Was I gotta ask then, wreck at the end, was that more heat of the moment then, and now you're seeing a replay of it, or?
Oh no, my opinion hasn't changed.
Okay, all right, no, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I'm pretty resolute in how I feel about it.
Okay.
But I mean, I guess I could probably pin the blame on myself because I had a horrible pit stop, and he should never have gotten back in front of me, and then that it would never have even, I don't think, been a battle. But it sucks, but it is what it is. So. Yeah, just couldn't get off pit road. I sucked getting into the pits and sucked getting off the pits. And, I didn't really have a lot of practice time. I didn't get to practice coming onto pit road. So, I could sit here and make a million excuses and, probably wouldn't have changed the end result. But, but that was partly my fault. That should never have even happened. So.
I'll sum it up for the folks at home. I hear a lot of frustration, but still a great result. Second place finish. Obviously, this is a big night for you and your team. What does it mean, though, to be up front in contention for the entirety of this race? I know it was a long one here tonight, but what does that mean? And then to still get a strong finish, even though it's not the one you wanted.
Oh yeah, I may never run in the Boston Marathon, but by God, tonight was about as close as I'll ever come. It was just intense. It was mentally taxing the whole time. Not a lot of green or a lot of yellow flags in the beginning of the race. Had a lot of green flag racing at the end. Not sure how many laps we led, but very thankful to have had this this 11 car with the 416 on the hood up front and in clean air a lot tonight. And like I said, I'm not sure how many laps we led, but that at least we were up there. We were in the running, and that's that means a lot for sure.
Well, you lead 58 on the night, most laps led out of anyone in the field, Todd. Again, man, thanks for taking some time to talk with us, and thanks for being a big part of tonight's event and sponsoring. Before we let you go, though, I want to give you the opportunity. Got great folks behind you, got great folks to shout out. Floor is yours. You know what to do.
Yeah, well, again, thanks to everybody who had a part in this race tonight for the 416 on 416. I dare not mention everybody by name because I will leave out some very important people. So, thanks to everyone who had put this together, who had organized it. Really, really big shout out to those folks. And I'd be remiss if I did not say happy birthday to one of my biggest 3-year-old fans, Mark David. So I gotta wish him a happy birthday. He may watch this broadcast when he wakes up in the morning, and so I gotta make sure I give him a shout out. And thanks to everyone who tuned in. Thanks to you guys at JTN for all that you guys do for the NR 2003 community, and just happy to be in the top 3 tonight, be on the podium, be up here in the nice air-conditioned, comfy booth again, and really just happy. Wish we could have been one spot better, but it is what it is. So we'll be happy with second, and we'll live to fight another day for sure.
Well, Todd, again, it's always a pleasure to get the opportunity to talk with you. Congratulations on a great result here tonight. Hope we're talking with you again soon. Looking forward to July. And again, man, thank you so much for taking some time with us here after the race.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Take care.
Yep. Todd Wilson, driver, the number 11, your second place finisher here tonight. Let's go ahead and finally bring in our third place finisher. He's the driver of the number 95, Dylan. Oh, Dylan, can you say your last name for me? Because I don't want to get it wrong.
It's Bam.
It's Bam. Gosh darn it. You told us that before, and I'm going to write it down, and I'm going to remember it this time. It's like Bam Racing. All right, Dylan Bam, drive the 95. He's your race winner tonight. Dylan, I started the questions with Todd. I got to start the same way with you. What happened there in corner number 4?
To be honest, I don't know. He was there on my outside. I thought I left a lane there, but if not, I guess I apologize. But that's just racing. That's the corner. That's just NASCAR, right? That's gonna happen. And whoever that was, I forget his name already, but not trying to be inconsiderate here, but yeah, he owes me one, or yeah, he can get me back, and I don't mind. It's give and take. I did a lot of giving that race, so it's a thing. I didn't mean to do that, but that's just the way it happened.
Yeah, no, I'd say props for stepping back from the moment and whatnot. But another big thing is that pit cycle that we got under green flag. You did a great job executing. You and your crew did down on pit lane. You're able to cycle through to the lead. How important was that in keeping that 11 car behind you for so long at that run to the end, and then kind of giving yourself the inside track, quite literally, there for those last few laps when you guys were racing side by side?
Oh, it was just utmost important, because this race drove more like we were driving Indy cars than stock cars, because you just hold the bottom and you basically can't get past unless you really screw up. So yeah, it was really important. I'm usually pretty good with my pitting and everything, so I'm not surprised that we executed like we did there. But yeah, man, yeah, the dirty air and everything is just kind of crazy here. So doing that single-handedly put me in the spot to win the race. If I didn't do that, I definitely would not have won. Just straight up.
Well, Dylan, congratulations on the big win here tonight from Texas. Before we let you go, I want to give you the opportunity. Obviously, it's a big race here tonight, a special race. I want to give you the opportunity, though. Anyone you want to shout out or thank?
Honestly, just got to thank the guys, Team Phoenix 7 for giving me this opportunity to be here, rep the brand, and race in what I would say is probably one of the most competitive leagues here on the NR side of things. Yeah, it's a huge honor, privilege, and happy that I'm just able to show my talent in the race up here with, at least at the front anyways, a bunch of good racers. At the back, it's a different story.
Well, Dylan, again, man, congratulations on the win here tonight. Pleasure getting the opportunity to talk with you. Hope we're talking with you again soon. And again, can't thank you enough for your time.
Yep. You're welcome.
Dylan Bayham, driver the number 95, your race winner here tonight from Texas. Dewey, that's going to wrap up our coverage. The Autrey Waits Memorial 416 here from Texas. 416 kilometers of... what was
chaos.
Definitely... Yeah, I was trying to find the word. You found it for me, but... an up and down night, to say the least. A lot of cautions there in that first 100 laps, and then we got the long green flag run at the end that we really got to see these drivers at the front flex their muscle. And at the end of the day, the 95 was able to execute those pit stops a little bit better. Of course, a controversial finish, but even heard Todd, who was on the short end of the stick there, point back to those green flag pit stops being the crucial moment and the turning point in this race.
Yeah, I on one hand, I'm not surprised that Todd was so calm and level-headed, despite pretty much being walled for the win, if we're being honest. But, at the same time, obviously, good drivers will find faults in what they did wrong during a race. Obviously, you can argue that Todd was wronged at the end there and got walled for the win, but a good driver will sit there and say, you know what could I have done differently to where I wouldn't have ended up even being in that position to begin with. And, well, Todd found something, and he knows that's something he's got to improve for next time. So he doesn't end up in that situation. He can be already ahead by the time the checkered flag is flying. So, obviously, a controversial finish, very fitting for a controversial race, but a race that was run for a great cause and to honor the memory of Autrey Waits tonight. So, in the end, still a great night, a lot of fun, and a great battle at the end.
Great battle at the end, folks. Again, a big thank you to Todd Wilson and for being a big part of tonight's race and helping sponsor and allowing us the privilege of honoring Autrey Sunday Trip Waits here tonight from Texas. Reminder, next time we're live is going to be Thursday night with our friends over at BSR from the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. We'll be back live next week with our friends at Hobo, and then 2 weeks' time it'll be Maverick Night in America once again. Follow us on all of our social media at JoeTowNetwork to keep up to date with everything we have going on. And for all of us here at JTN, for Bristol, our producer, for my colleague Dewey Schramm, I've been Joe Twansky. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time live right here on JTN. So long for now, folks.
3 wide for second, but Sean Whitehill is going to bring it home and win the race at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Ricky J closing up off turn 4. He's going to have a run to the inside. He blocks into the grass. Checker's out. Hardy wins it.
Ricky, what's going on in your brain right now?
Yeah, putting on 4 big rubber shoes and 2 gallons of, not 2 gallons, 2 cans of exploding dino juice here, Joe.
Down to the tunnel turn. These guys are throwing it through there and around to the back.
No.
The wall, as well as RJ Bishop. Down in front of Keith Hughes. Oh, no! Big hit. RJ Bishop.
Oh, my
Oh,
Ricky
big
J,
wreck.
big crash into the wall.
Oh,
the leaders
no.
have wrecked. Ricky J is upside down. Magoo is hard in the wall. Tyler Mallon escapes with no damage. Everybody else in this main group, including Nelly, is junk.
Through the north chute they'll go. The 24's into the wall. Almost contact there. The 10 with the shallow entry into turn 4. It's going to be a drag race down the front straightaway. Folks, the 24's in the wall. They make contact. Turn around. Napick goes on through the flip. Rich Napick's going to win the Culver Block 200 in thrilling fashion.